have a look at the definition of hydrogen bond. So if someone asks you in examination that write the definition of hydrogen bonding, then you have to write that hydrogen bond is an attractive force which is established between hydrogen atom attached to a highly electronegative element and another highly electronegative element of the same or different molecule. And let's understand this with example. You know water molecule? In water molecule, oxygen is partially negative, hydrogen is partially positive. Similarly, there is another water molecule. Obviously, there are billions of water molecules together in a sample of water. Another molecule also, hydrogen is partially positive, and oxygen is partially negative, and so on. So, there is a chance of attraction of partially negatively charged oxygen of one molecule and partially positive charged hydrogen of another molecule. So this type of attraction is known as hydrogen bond. Okay, so now let's have a look at the definition. It is an attractive force. This is an attractive force established between hydrogen atom, this atom which is attached to a electronegative element like oxygen, and another highly electronegative element, another oxygen of the different molecule. In this case it may be of the same molecule also. So this is an example of hydrogen bonding, which is an attraction between hydrogen of one molecule and oxygen or fluorine or nitrogen or any other electronegative element of the different molecule. This is hydrogen bonding. Okay, now I give you a tip that let's if there may be confusion that there are number of molecules present in this universe, or even we study number of molecules in our book also. So how, what is the criteria for a molecule to show hydrogen bonding? Obviously, for showing hydrogen bonding there should be a hydrogen bond, and there is another thing that uh, that hydrogen must be attached to a highly electronegative element like oxygen, nitrogen, or fluorine. So if a molecule contains any of these three type of bonds, then only hydrogen bonding is possible, otherwise not. Like we have water molecule, there is OH type bond, so hydrogen bonding will take place. Same in hydrogen peroxide. In ammonia we have NH bond, so hydrogen bonding would be there. In hydrogen fluoride we have HF bond, so hydrogen bonding would be there. And if we talk about CCl4, there is neither hydrogen oxygen bond nor hydrogen nitrogen bond nor hydrogen fluorine bond, so there won't be any hydrogen bonding. So in order to show hydrogen bonding there should be a hydrogen atom which is attached to oxygen, nitrogen, or fluorine at least. Only then the bonding is possible, otherwise not. Now there are different type of hydrogen bonding. The first is between intermolecular hydrogen bonding, which is between different molecules. We have just seen the example of water molecule, that in water molecule a hydrogen is oxygen is highly electronegative, hydrogens are comparatively positively charged. Same in case of another molecule also, hydrogen is partially positive charge, oxygen is partially negative charge. So there is chances of attraction between negatively charged oxygen of one water molecule and positively charged hydrogen of another molecule, and this type of bonding which is taking place between the atoms of different molecules is known as intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Okay, next is intramolecular hydrogen bonding, that means within the same molecule. Let's have a look. If I draw a molecule, a benzene ring, we have OH and we have NO2 group. This is nothing but para nitrophenol. Now what will happen in this case? We know hydrogen is partially positively charged, oxygen is partially negative in case of OH group, and oxygen is partially negative charge as compared to nitrogen in NO2 group. So there is chance of attraction between hydrogen and of OH and oxygen of NO2, so there would be a hydrogen bonding between the different atoms of the same molecule. So this type of hydrogen bonding is intramolecular hydrogen bonding within the same molecule. Now effect of hydrogen bonding, state of the substance. If there is intermolecular hydrogen bonding, that means different molecules are attached through hydrogen bonds. In that case, there chances that like HF, H2O, and NH3, NH4OH. If there is intermolecular hydrogen bonding, then there is chances that that substance would be liquid. Otherwise, it would be gas. Just like H2O is liquid, but H2S is gas because there is hydrogen bonding in water but not in H2S. Although oxygen and sulfur are the same group, are of the same group. Similarly, uh, ammonia is found in liquid state, but pH3 is not, because there is presence of hydrogen bonding in ammonia, but that is missing in case of pH3. Although nitrogen and fluorine, nitrogen and phosphorus are of the same group. So if there is hydrogen bonding, intermolecular hydrogen bonding, that means different molecules are attached together through hydrogen bonding, so they will be closer to one another and they will be in liquid state and not gas. Solubility of substance: those substances which form hydrogen bond with water, they are soluble in water. Like we have alcohol. In alcohol we have partially negative charge oxygen and partially positive charge hydrogen is present in water. So there is chances of hydrogen bonding between water and, yes, our alcohol. So that's why alcohol is soluble in water. But if we talk about ethers, they are not that much soluble in water. And even if we talk about acetones, they are also not that much soluble in water. In fact, they are almost insoluble in water. So those substances which are able to make hydrogen bonding would be more soluble in water. So let me finish with this. Hope things were clear to you. For more videos on physics, chemistry and biology, please subscribe.